at my dad's house doing a little bit of yard work. This is the first time my brother, my sister, and I have all been here with my dad since I can remember. And believe it or not, this is actually kind of a special moment for me. Doing yard work, helping my dad clean up his house. Lots to do, better get to it. This video was taken about 6 weeks ago. Ever since then, my brother, my sister, and I have been going up to my dad's and trying to spend as much time as we could with him. A few years ago, I used to tell myself that my father's death would be the hardest thing I would ever have to deal with. And maybe with that mentality, it would be. Over the past couple of years, my dad's slowly been getting less and less himself. Ultimately, becoming a hermit, which just isn't him. So my sister, brother, and I got together to just be around him as much as possible and to motivate him to get out of the house and to get his life back on track. The worst part about alcoholism is not what it does to the alcoholic, but what it does to the people who love the alcoholic. You always worry about that person. No matter what you're doing, no matter how much you got going on, they're always in the back of your mind. I've known that my dad's health has been rapidly declining. While I've been home and I've gotten a chance to spend more time with him, I realized that it was getting really bad. So despite what anyone else said or thought I should be doing, I decided to stay home and spend as much time with him as I could. I decided to follow my gut instinct. I was actually on my way to his house with my sister to pick him up, bring him to the hospital, and get him checked out. For the first time in probably at least 5 years, because he would never let us bring him to the doctor. And that worry for his health is no longer there anymore. He's at peace. He doesn't have to deal with that anymore. I forgive my father for the mistakes he made, and I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna do my best to do the opposite. And for the good, I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna run with them. A parent's death is an absolute shock. You can't explain it. You can't be ready for it. But when it comes, you have to know how to deal with it. You have to learn to have confidence in yourself and to trust yourself and become independent so that when that happens, you can be the leader who stays positive while others are in sorrow and in mourn. Now, don't get me wrong, the first couple days, they were an emotional roller coaster. But I let myself cry when I needed to cry. And when I needed to just vent and talk, I did so with the people around me that would listen and that I knew that cared. There is always a light. There's always a better way to see something. I have such an amazing life to look forward to. What he taught me as a father, how he taught me to become a man, is now up to me to show the world. I'm all that's left of him, me and my sister and my brother. But not for a second do I want anyone to feel bad for me. Feel happy that I can see the positive side even in this tragic situation. And know that your guys' support was just as emotional as my father's death. There was many nights where I stayed up reading your guys' comments and just crying, just letting it out, because how can I not be happy and positive when I see hundreds of people just reaching out to me, people I've never met. My father may have died, but that gave the opportunity for, hundreds of people to come out of the woodwork and show their care for someone they never met and for someone they only know through a TV screen, through their phone, through their laptop. I just want to thank each and every one of you who reached out, whatever platform it was. I've gotten so many messages, emails. Many of you have even been donating to my dad's memorial fund. This is how you guys have been. This is how you guys have been since I started. You guys have been so amazing. My entire family, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you guys for your support during this time. Over the next few weeks, my siblings and I are going to be dealing with my dad's estate. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of legalities to be dealt with. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this hard time, and I'll see you guys soon.